All right. Hey, everybody. Well, since I've been on this thing, my hair is a mess. It's so windy outside right now. Anyway, I haven't been on here in a while since I don't even think I've been on here this month. I think the last time I was on was, well, no, January 5th. I was on January 5th. I want to talk about a few things. I know a lot of us are recuperating from the full moon energy surge that we had, and we're still feeling the euphoria of it. And I want to talk about a few things. I had removed my ritual I had done on the 5th of January. You will not find that up anymore. And it wasn't any negative comments that were posted on here. It was from emails and private messages through Facebook about the way I did the spell. And I believe I said in the beginning of that the spell was for either path, left hand or right hand. It did not matter. So whatever pantheon you call to, and I use Satan as the example. I want to talk about this because I've been dwelling on it for a few weeks, and it's kind of pissed me off a little bit. And I did a big rant on my Facebook page about it. But if it's one thing I can't tolerate or stand, it is ignorance and stupidity. We all learn at different levels, okay? And I understand that some people are not as advanced of a soul as I am. However, I have a lot of people that follow me from all different paths. Some of you are Christian. Some of you are atheists. Not too many of them, but some of you. I have some Satanists, Luciferians that follow me. I have Wiccans. I have pagans. I have people that are into Judaism, Hinduism. What I'm trying to get at here is this. Astrology isn't for one certain path you take. It is actually universal. And all you got to do is look up above your head and see the stars, and you'll know it's universal. Religion, it doesn't take any precedence. Your religion and what you believe in. The stars are the stars, and they're there, and they're not going away. The reason I bring this up is because I guess some of you were a little freaked out, flipped out, that in my ritual, I said that whatever pantheon you follow, you can use. Meaning, if you're a Satanist, yes, you can call upon the hierarchy demons. You can't have angels without demons. You can't have dark without night, light without day, God without devil. It's called the balance of nature. Anyway, that freaked a lot of people out when I said if you chose to use Lucifer, you could, or whatever. That freaked some people out. So I thought I would come on here. I forget that I'm new to YouTube, and it's not like doing a radio show where you know who I am. You can go to the radio station's website and see who the host is or the guest, and know who I am and what I am. I guess I never really introduced myself when I came on on YouTube. So here I am, and this is what I'm doing. So I grew up as a kid in a very religious household with parents that were very, very religious. And it was a predominantly Catholic household until my parents decided to do a complete 180 and become Jehovah's Witnesses. So yes, I grew up dealing with that cult for a long, long time. Not a long, long time, but about 11 years old is when I absolutely refused to no longer go. And I asked questions when I was at a young age about certain things that got me in a lot of trouble. I knew then what I know now is that most religion is complete and utter BS. And this means, I mean this in no disrespect to any of you who have a faith and practice. Right on. That's great. But realize that you can't have just dark or light energy. You have to deal with the dark energy as well. And so if you educate yourself on those dark energies, you can actually help others. Okay. So, me growing up as a kid, yeah, it was a very restrictive childhood and very strict and stern. And it's okay now. I mean, I'm better as I'm an adult. It's helped me to grow and learn. But luckily, my grandmother was my salvation growing up. My Italian grandmother from Italy. Um, she was very different. She was a unique person. She's very much into astrology, numerology, um, the stars. When she came to this country, she was actually a bookie. She was a bookie out of her home in Brooklyn. That's how she made her money while my grandfather worked. She would run numbers and she would do numerology. And I learned a lot of that from her. And teaching me that just kind of got me to the next level. And as I got older, I realized, Christianity really wasn't for me. And I got into Wicca. A few years down the road in Wicca, this was in my 20s, about my late 20s, I realized that Wicca wasn't enough. And I don't mean any disrespect to any Wiccans. I have a lot of friends that are Wiccan. It wasn't enough. I wanted more knowledge. I wanted to know more about the darker things, the darker side of things. I know that's kind of creepy for some, but this is me. So I started reading all kinds of different literature from a great many different authors on the darker entities, the darker pantheons. And even as a kid, I was like really drawn to the Egyptian pantheons. Even as a kid, it was like fascinating. Isis and, Ra and things like that. It just fascinated me. I would always go up to the Rosicrucian Museum here in San Jose, California, about an hour away, and just spend hours at that museum. So there was like this big connection for me. I don't know what it is, but I know this. I have spent several months observing people on YouTube. Okay. And there is a spiritual war going on. I don't feed into that because I'll tell you, when I pull someone's astrology chart, it will never tell me the color of your skin. Because in the esoteric realm, race is irrelevant. Now, it is infiltrating itself into that lately with all the things that are going on in the world. And what I mean by that is, I had just read an article about how, I don't want to say Nazism, but the white supremacists are getting really into paganism because of the pantheons Odin, Freya, and Loki, and they're using their hate to fuel this newfound religion that they have. That is not how it works. I'm sorry. And if you think that, then you have a lot to learn about the spiritual realms that be. What I can determine in your chart is your sexual orientation, but I can never determine your race because we all, in the end, are of one race, the human race. And there are certain ETs out there that are trying to help us as humans be better people. Fortunately, we're not getting the message. But back to me growing up, after doing many years in Wicca and being in many covens, it really wasn't for me. I'm more of a solo practitioner. I have a few good friends that are in the craft, and they're very, very good at what they do. One of my friends, with all of her education and whatnot. I would consider her almost a first-degree witch. But that is a lot of where my magical training came from. I would almost say hereditary, because I learned a lot of stuff from my grandmother, things I don't even think my own family knew she was into. The benefits of being babysat by your immigrant grandparents from Italy. Things you learn, right? But I just wanted to take a moment to just clarify some things, because I seem to have shocked and awed you on January 5th with my ritual, and that was not my intentions, and I guess I assumed you could handle that. I guess I was wrong. Anyway, through the years, I've done a lot of studying. I've had a lot of great many teachers. The man who taught me the ancient method of astrology, the Nostradamus method, he's still around and still does radio, and his name is Dr. Louis Torrey. I've learned a lot of things from Chief Sony Reyna. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's a peace activist. He's from the Apache and Lipan Nation in Texas, and he does all the rain dances here at San Juan Bautista. I've learned a lot from him, and I am currently taking advanced courses right now through Udemy University. Udemy, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I'm continuing to get continuing education. And there are people out there that sit there and go, well, why is she doing that? Because if you stop learning, you stop growing. Okay? And I have a thirst for knowledge, and I want to learn new things, and I want to hear different perspectives and different viewpoints from others on all different paths in the metaphysical realm, not just one path like Wiccan. I want to learn more, and that's what I've been doing the last 25 years of my life, is bettering my esoteric and metaphysical knowledge. But it did start with my grandmother. She laid the foundation for it. The rest was up to me. And I've never been a religious person. I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. I don't practice that love and light crap. There's no such thing as white magic. I want you to know that. There's no such thing. How could there be? Nature is both cruel and kind. Therefore, there's no such thing as all pure white magic. And if there is, then you're everyone's doormat, and people are going to walk all over you. I have no problem hexing someone if they need it. I have no problem giving someone a good dose of their own medicine. So I guess you could say I like those shades of gray. A couple of years ago, someone came at me. I know who he was. I had dealt with him before myself on an occasion that I would rather forget, but this person was in the music industry as a concert promoter, and he was doing some very bad things to women. And what I mean by this is, this didn't happen to me, but drugging their drinks and taking advantage of them, basically date raping them. Okay. Now, this took place, I would say, more than 2 years ago. We're looking more at 3 or 4, I think back. And I made contact with a couple of women that he had hurt, he had abused. And I let my magic do its work for me. And I called upon a goddess that's very rarely called upon. But when you do call upon her, she shall answer you. And I did call upon the goddess Lilith to take care of this raping bastard. He didn't rape anymore. Lilith took care of him. So what I'm saying is there's no such thing as white magic. Sometimes things are justified and they have to be taken care of. Okay. So I don't know what freaked you guys out so much with the last ritual I did. I never came off as being of pure light and this and that. So I just wanted to clarify that with everybody. You can't be an occultist and not open up your mind to all the things that are out there. And I mean the whole spectrum of things, from alchemy to astrology to numerology to divination and to astral projection and astral travel and getting to those dimensions. You have to open up your mind to the intangible. And if you can't do that, then this is not the channel for you to follow, simply put. I had some people come at me and tell me they were going to pray for me and they were going to do this and I'm going to hell. And hell, my friends, is this dense physical plane we call planet Earth, okay? The news is pretty crappy lately. It's hell. So anyway, I just wanted to clarify some things about where I've gotten my training with astrology and the tarot, and how I continue to learn and grow and be a better person each and every day, and to write some of the best forecasts I can. I'm actually taking an English class right now through an astrologer on how to write better forecasts. So I am doing things to better myself. The least I ask from you is to go into things with an open mind. And most of you that follow me do. And most of you that know me know that I'm not the Wicked Witch of the West. Don't push it. I can be. I can go from 0 to bitch in less than 30 seconds. 3 seconds. So don't push it. Because apparently I'm scary when I'm mad. Anyway, I wanted to clear that up because some of you were going, I don't see the ritual. Yeah, I took it down because I was sick of it. And for those of you out there that did complain, I wish you would grow a pair of balls and complain in the chat so others can see it instead of complaining privately. Anyway, that being said, I wanted to wish everyone a great work week. I have just posted 2 new forecasts. I've posted happy birthday to Aquarius, as it is Aquarian season till February 18th. So happy birthday to all of you water bearers out there. I also posted this week's forecast, which there's not too much going on celestially speaking. We have a few changes going on, but we are in a waning moon phase, so the news should be quite interesting this week with more drama in Washington. But it won't be till the end of the week, end of the weekend, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week, where we really see some things happening. And I'll post more about that on my next newsletter. But I just wanted to clarify some things with everybody, and know that I'm always here. But if you have a problem with me, throw it out there in the chat. Don't be shy, okay? And I will see you guys very soon. I'll try and get on this a little more often. I am a DJ. Oh, and that's another thing. Speaking of one more thing. It's also been brought to my attention because I am a heavy metal DJ for a heavy metal radio station. I actually work for one of the best radio stations on the internet, Metal Devastation Radio. And I am DJ Mayhem. And apparently, because I'm a heavy metal DJ, I'm now a Satanist as well, which is absurd and ridiculous. And it's not an insult. In fact, I find it rather amusing that I'm dealing with such low vibrating souls and individuals. But yes, I am a heavy metal DJ and I'm on air every Monday night. Some people in the spiritual realm find that unacceptable and have informed me that I should either pick one or the other and give that up because heavy metal is of low vibrating energy. Well, that may be true. Heavy metal is, a, an acquired taste. Not everybody likes the music, and I don't listen to just metal. I like to DJ metal, and I like to work with local bands and get them exposure. That's what I do. But just because I practice heavy metal, I create my whole new witchcraft. Just because I am a DJ for a heavy metal station, most heavy metal people are, to be honest with you, are Christian people. Most. So knock it off with the damn labels because I'm getting sick of it. Okay. I'm not going to give up my astrology world. I'm not going to give up my esoteric realm just because I DJ for a heavy metal radio station. Why should I? It doesn't affect me. It doesn't change my spirituality, and it doesn't change the person that I am and the path that I am on. So, with that being said, I want to wish everybody a wonderful work week. And this rant is over. And I promise the next one I have on here, it'll be of something much more positive. And have a great week. Blessings. Ciao.